Hey everybody, James here with Fish Room Fever, and today we're going to be taking a look at a Fluval Spec V. This is my first Fluval tank. We set this up on the Pecktec channel. Sean was kind enough to not only invite me over and have me on his channel, but also to provide the tank. It's an awesome little tank, and we'll get into some more details about it here in just a second. But thank you to him. With that being said, let's go take a look at what it looks like now that it is filled and stocked. So here's a quick look at a Fluval Spec V kit as you might find it in the store on the shelf. As you can see here, I did add a few botanicals to this after I got it home. Those are also courtesy of Pecktec. He'd given those to me on a previous trip to his house. So we've got a few leaves and a couple other things just for the shrimp to have some nice botanical grazing surfaces on top of everything else. I do want to say a huge thank you to Aquatic Marine. Not only did they provide the substrate for this tank, which was very much appreciated, and I'm really loving it. It's my first time with the Fluval Stratum, but they also provided me with driftwood from their large selection, and then also plants and livestock too. So a huge thank you to them for donating that stuff to the project. I think it gave it a really nice overall look. Really happy with how it turned out. I think that it looks full and lush for a startup tank. And there you can see one of the blue Neocaridina shrimp up front. We'll get a couple more shots of those as well. But I'm really liking the look of it. Got a little bit of that fungus on the spiderwood. That's nothing to be worried about. The shrimp enjoy grazing on it and it will go away. That one piece of dragon stone that Sean provided is doing really well at holding that wood down and in place. Got a little bit of die-off on the plants from the ammonia that was mentioned in that Pecktec video, which again I will link to that at the end of this video. But really just a happy, healthy tank to start off. I've got about a dozen blue Neocaridina shrimp in there currently. You can call them blue dreams or whatever you want to label them. I know there's so many variations it's not funny. And then a few ember tetras as well. So there may be some slight predation on the shrimplets from the ember tetras, but I really don't think it's going to be enough to devastate that population. They aren't messing with the adult shrimp at all, so I'm really happy with that. I've got about a dozen blue neos in there currently, and then I've got another 10 on the way. So we'll end up with over 20 plus adult shrimp. Plus there are already some shrimplets in here, and I've got some more blue shrimplets in another tank that I'm going to add once they get just a little bit bigger. But I really love the way that this turned out. I did go back and add a little bit more of the Fluval substrate and give it a slight sloping look from the front. Didn't take that all the way to the back, but just kind of thinned down at the very front and added to the middle a little bit, just to give it that additional feel of depth. So let's talk about the tank itself. It is about 7 inches interdimension from the front to the back. It's a little different to scape something like that when you're used to larger tanks, but I'm really enjoying the overall footprint of it. The quality of it is really nice showpiece. I've got over 40 tanks and I really do love this one, so I've got a lot of other things to compare it to. The pump that comes with it has got a really good flow to it. There's a lot of really good circulation in the tank. As you can see, the plant's kind of moving around a little bit. I don't have it pointed directly down. I've kind of got it doing a little bit of surface agitation along with swirling the tank. But you can see from the tetras in there, there's some good flow for them to get into, but also plenty of places that don't have a lot of resistance, so they can kind of get some resting spots. In terms of lighting, it's got a good quality light that comes with it. It's got 2 different settings for the blue moonlight mode and then the standard mode, but for a full review on it, I would say go check out the Pecktec channel. But I'm pleased with the overall light saturation. I think it's going to do great for growing plants, and it's just visually appealing. So really enjoying it. And there you can see the tetras again dancing around in the flow. I'm thinking I'm starting up a fish tuber gallery, and I say that because I now have the Sean Peck Fluval Spec for the Pecktec channel. Not too long ago I did the Rachel O'Leary Scaping from Scraps challenge, so I have my Rachel O'Leary tank here. It's growing in quite well. I will put a link in the description for that video if you want to check it out, along with the video for the Father Fish dirted tank, which we set up on a live stream with Father Fish. Here's a little look at that. So far I've got 3 tanks that are directly connected to different other YouTubers, so I may build just a separate location for those tanks, get them all set up, and see what we can add to the equation. but let's take another look back at the Fluval Spec, since that's what this is really about. So again, overall, I'm really happy with this tank. I love the way that it has turned out. I'm really looking forward to letting those plants grow for 3 to 6 months. Even though it's got a full look to it now, I think it's going to look amazing with a few months of growth on it. Of course, that will give the shrimp plenty of time to breed in there, and we should have beautiful blue shrimp all over the place. This has really been a blast. A huge thank you again to Pecktec. Go check out his channel. Really cool guy. Thank you, Sean. And again to Aquatic Marine. They were the ones that helped bring this video together. It was just an idea I had. So thanks to them. I hope you all have enjoyed this. If you have, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything. If you really liked it, become a member for behind the scenes things. I actually showed a preview of this before it even uploaded to the Pecktec channel, exclusively to my members. I will be coming back probably in 3 months to do an update video on this. I think it is really going to look phenomenal at that point. It already looks great and I absolutely love it. But I think with the plant growth in that amount of time and the shrimp breeding out, it is just going to be a really beautiful tank. And I'm just couldn't be happier with it. I absolutely love it. I appreciate you all watching this. I hope you have enjoyed it as much as I have enjoyed creating it. That is it for today, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed it. I am off on my next fishy adventure. I hope you'll come by and see us on either the Monday Fun Day live streams where we're out in the field. You never know where we're going to show up from live. And then we also do a Saturday Night Fever stream, which is where we typically have our guests come on. So until next time, keep your fish healthy, keep yourselves healthy, and catch yourself a little fish room fever. Take care, everybody.